From an excavator plunging down in a ventilation shaft in Hong Kong, to a series of electric buses spontaneously catching fire, and a dramatic aluminum fire in Spain forcing 2 workers to flee for their lives. These are instances of catastrophic failures captured on camera. Ho Man 10, a densely populated region in Hong Kong's Kowloon district, grapples with intense traffic congestion due to its 20,000 residents crammed into a 0.3 square miles area. To address this issue, Hong Kong initiated the Central Kowloon Route Project, a 3-lane underground highway spanning the Kowloon Peninsula, aiming to alleviate traffic pressure. However, on October 15, 2020, an unexpected mishap occurred during the project. Workers attempting to lift an excavator from a massive ventilation shaft witnessed it tipping uncontrollably. Realizing them in danger, they hastily retreated as the machine plunged into the depths below. The video captures the dramatic moment when tension-filled wires whip back and forth after the excavator's release. Work on the HKD $42 billion project halted as authorities investigated the incident, speculating on rigging errors or excessive excavator weight. Fortunately, no one stood below during the machine's descent, leaving uncertainty about the shaft's depth. We have an exclusive bonus clip waiting for you at the end of the video, so be sure to stick around until the end. Ahmedabad, India stands as the nation's 5th most populous city, hosting over 6.3 million residents, comparable to the demographics of Toronto and Madrid. Recent years have witnessed a transformative wave in Ahmedabad, steering towards modernization. The city's evolution involved dismantling old structures, including a water tower in the Chandkita district. However, what was intended to be a routine demolition took an unexpected turn. A precarious moment captured on film reveals the tower collapsing towards a neighboring house instead of following the planned trajectory. Astonishingly, the incident marked the 3rd water tower mishap in just 1 month across India. During this particular event, the occupants of the affected home, numbering 11, were abruptly instructed to evacuate by the demolition company. The abruptness of the evacuation left the family grappling with the aftermath, raising questions about the compensation for the substantial damage incurred. Baisi, situated on the northeastern border of Vietnam and Guangxi Province, China, is the westernmost city with a population of 4.3 million, heavily reliant on public transportation. However, in May 2021, the city faced a setback as 5 electric city buses, crucial for daily commuting, unexpectedly caught fire around 6 a.m. The harrowing incident, captured by CCTV cameras, unfolded with smoke billowing from the first bus before a sudden explosion engulfed it in flames. The fire rapidly spread to adjacent dumpsters, igniting a chain reaction that consumed the neighboring buses. Despite the destructive spectacle, no injuries were reported. The cause remains unknown, though suspicions point towards a potential battery-related malfunction in the first bus. The aftermath reveals the charred remnants of the buses, raising concerns about the financial responsibility for the extensive damage caused. Dos Hermanas, a Spanish city boasting a population of approximately 131,000, is home to many residents employed in the Alaropa aluminum factories, a complex comprising 8 expansive buildings and warehouses just outside the city. The inherent danger of aluminum and other metals igniting becomes starkly evident when an unexpected fire erupts. In this instance, 2 workers experienced the perilous nature of metal fires firsthand as they diligently carried out their tasks. An aluminum fire seemingly unrelated to the worker wielding a blowtorch spontaneously ignited. The blaze escalated rapidly, leaving the workers in a state of confusion. One made a desperate dash to retrieve something before evacuating, just as the sprinkler systems activated, transforming the scene into a fiery inferno. Miraculously, the workers escaped unharmed, but the fire department faced hours of arduous efforts to extinguish the intense blaze, which fortunately spared the neighboring structures. The incident underscores the unique challenges posed by metal fires, where conventional firefighting methods can exacerbate the situation, given the extreme temperatures they reach. On April 20th, 2010, the Gulf of Mexico witnessed a catastrophic event. The Deepwater Horizon, also known as the BP oil spill, marked the most devastating marine oil spill in history. The disaster unfolded when an explosion on the Deepwater Horizon drilling rig claiming 11 lives triggered an environmental crisis. The Coast Guard alerted NOAA about the incident around 2:30 a.m., but by then, substantial damage was already underway. 2 days later, the rig sank to the Gulf's bottom, unleashing an uncontrollable flow of oil for 87 days, until it was capped on July 15, 2010. Approximately 134 million gallons of oil, or 3.19 million barrels, devastated the Gulf of Mexico, covering 43,300 square miles of shoreline across 5 states. BP, held responsible in 2016, faced over $20 billion in fines, primarily directed towards the Gulf Coast restoration. However, the haunting images of wildlife covered in oil serve as a poignant reminder that no amount of money can fully mend the profound ecological damage inflicted by this unprecedented disaster. In the Israeli city of Rishon LeZion, situated approximately 5 miles south of Tel Aviv, a demolition crew was tasked with removing an old bridge. Their approach, however, turned into an unexpected disaster. 3 pieces of heavy equipment were driven into the bridge's center for dismantling, but a miscalculation led to a catastrophic outcome. The excavators weakened the bridge's core, causing a section to detach and the entire structure to collapse, pulling the heavy machinery down with it. A scene reminiscent of cartoons where someone inadvertently saws off the branch they're sitting on. Local authorities swiftly intervened, detaining the site manager for questioning regarding the incident. 2 drivers involved in the crash sustained minor injuries, underscoring the importance of stringent safety measures in demolition projects. Volgograd, situated along the Volga River about 600 miles south of Moscow, stands as a significant Russian city with a population of approximately 1 million residents. Renowned for its pivotal role as Stalingrad during World War II, the city witnessed one of the most massive battles in the annals of warfare. Post-Stalin's era, Russia renamed it Volgograd on August 10, 2020. Recently, on that same date, a devastating incident unfolded when a fire erupted at a local gas station. First responders grappled with the flames that, fueled by a spark of static electricity, originated during a fuel transfer from a tanker to an underground storage tank. Despite the efforts of over 70 firefighters and a specialized firefighting robot, the inferno, reminiscent of historic battles, consumed an extensive area of 10,000 square feet before finally being subdued. The incident underscored the volatile nature of the situation, akin to the city's tumultuous past. Varese, a small city near the Swiss border in Italy, boasts a population of around 880,000 and a construction crew with a chilling tale. On May 9, 2017, a significant event unfolded at the Arcasate Stabio railway yard involving a large crawler crane tasked with positioning a massive section of a new viaduct. However, the operation took a frightening turn when the crane, instead of completing its task, toppled over, creating a viral video sensation. Miraculously, the crane operator narrowly escaped harm by dropping over 10 feet from the cab and sprinting away just in time to avoid the crashing crane. Despite the dramatic scene, no injuries were reported. Subsequent investigations revealed an issue with the crane itself, providing relief for the operator who, while grateful to escape unscathed, likely harbored concerns about potential job repercussions. Hala Airlines, a Somali company headquartered in Nairobi, Kenya, commenced operations in 2016, providing flights to various destinations in Somalia and Kenya. However, on July 11, 2023, a routine flight took a dramatic turn. CCTV cameras captured the entire incident as a small plane, carrying 30 passengers and a crew of 4, landed at the Mogadishu airport in Somalia. Initially appearing as a routine landing, the situation quickly devolved when the aircraft veered off the runway, crashing through a reinforced fence. The cockpit sustained substantial damage and both propellers were destroyed. Yet miraculously, only 2 passengers suffered minor injuries. Preliminary investigations indicated that wind shear was the culprit behind the runway deviation. According to the report, the Tanzanian pilot lost control due to strong winds, resulting in a break in the left main landing gear, explaining the violent veering of the plane to the left. On April 6, 2018, a crowd gathered along the shore in Vordingborg, Denmark, a quaint town with around 12,000 residents. In an effort to accommodate growth, the town embarked on demolishing a 36-year-old silo. After 6 months of meticulous planning, the moment arrived, and the crowd eagerly anticipated the 170-foot tower's controlled descent. However, as fate would have it, the tower didn't follow the intended path. Instead of falling into the designated safety zone, it toppled onto the local cultural center, which housed administrative offices for the Vordingborg libraries and a music school. Fortunately, no one was inside when the tower crashed. Volunteer firefighters worked tirelessly through the night to clear the rubble. Remarkably, the building sustained minimal interior damage. Books and papers were covered in dust, but a little tender, loving care resolved the issue. Despite investigations by Danish authorities, the reason for the silo's misdirection remains unknown, leaving it to be attributed, perhaps, to a stroke of bad luck. Now presenting the bonus clip, a video capturing the alarming Tianjin explosion. In this footage, a shocked eyewitness records two massive explosions in the Chinese city of Tianjin.
Whoa! Holy shit!
Vividly portraying the fear and terror experienced by those who witnessed the incident. The tragedy unfolded as a warehouse owned by a company handling hazardous goods caught fire and exploded, resulting in dozens of fatalities and hundreds of injuries. City officials were unable to determine the materials inside the warehouse at the time of the fire or the cause of the explosions. The eyewitnesses bravely documented the moment of the explosions before seeking safety along with others to avoid the impending danger. That concludes today's video. We welcome your thoughts, so don't hesitate to share them in the comments section below. If you enjoyed the video, please show your support by giving it a thumbs up, subscribing to the channel, and activating the notification bell. Thank you for tuning in.